that sucks. They're
The
creepy
next
as
day,
fuck.
lunch. Going to try to find Sachi again today, but first...
I'll poke you in the eye.
Alright, I need some help, but let's make it quick. We're holding a war council as we're finishing up our lunches.
Quick it is.
What do you think the best way to become friends with her is?
What makes you think I know?
Okay, no, not just her. I mean in general. How do you make friends?
Didn't you have any friends at your old school?
Well, yeah, but...
Then you should know, shouldn't you?
No, it's not like I had to try to make friends. I just became friends with some people without even realizing it. I guess. That's why I need advice.
That's kind of what happens to everyone.
Okay, my turn now.
Akemi, who'd been silent up until now, suddenly shouts, startling me. Honestly, I don't think she'll have any useful advice on the subject, but I want to eat my lunch, so I stay quiet and let her talk.
Makun, the answer is simple. You just have to remember when you first met us.
It's a little depressing if our first meeting is the only frame of reference she has. When I met you?
Yeah, because we became friends pretty easily. Of course, it's not like you could resist my fantastic charm, but still.
No, at the time I was thinking, these guys are weird. I only got to know you out of morbid curiosity.
What? That's so mean!
The fact that you're able to... I can't read it, 1 second. The fact that you're able to get along with us nerds mean you're also weird, doesn't it?
I'm not denying that.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
You had to do it in the middle of the thing.
In the
Good
middle of the
job.
thing.
I don't know what you're so worried about. You're more sociable than me and not as loud as Akemi.
Oh, why are you guys always ganging up on me?
Wow, no, it's you this time. Anyway, the point is that you don't want to scare her away, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're ignoring me again!
And you were going to go find her today, right?
Yeah, I'm planning to, but I want to eat my lunch here. Last time I met her, having food with me just got in the way. Besides, I don't want to spend the entire lunch break with her and leave these two hanging.
Are you sure you can stand being away from us?
Sometimes I think this guy can read minds. He really doesn't look it, but he does care about other people.
No, I can just read minds.
I think I'll manage. I'm more worried about leaving you alone with Akemi.
Don't remind me. I do like having someone else around who can keep this fool in check.
What did you just call me?
I wonder if I should even go. You sure you can keep her in check on your own if I'm not here? Then again, Sachi should be finishing up her lunch soon. I've been finishing up my own lunch in a hurry as we were talking as well. Since Sachi's eating alone, she probably won't take long to finish her food.
Sachi? Is that the one-eyed girl?
Come to think of it, I don't remember her whole name. No, right. Isui Sachi.
You just remembered it. Sachi, huh? Well, she'll be Sachan then. When you finally introduce her to me, I'll call her Sachan.
That reminds me, when I first met Akemi, she immediately gave me the nickname Makun. And she didn't seem to care that I'd only know her for about a minute. Not that I dislike her, but the speed at which she gets close to people is a bit unsettling to say the least.
You're deciding on a nickname for her before you even met her?
I'm taking a drink, sorry. Well, I'm not the one who's only going to meet her. Makun, hurry up and introduce her to us so I don't have to worry about befriending her on my
Words.
own.
Good job.
Yeah, I get it. In that case, I'd better hurry so Kemi doesn't have to think too hard and risk shorting out her brain. Too late.
My brain isn't gonna go get.
Yeah, no, I sorted out.
Yeah, no, I can see your point. Yep. Perfectly fine.
My brain isn't going to short out. Hey, wait a minute.
Good luck.
Thanks. I glanced at the whining academy before packing up my lunchbox and leaving the classroom. Of course, there's no guarantee I actually will find her. Sachi is probably just finishing her lunch by now. I'm sure she'll go somewhere else when she does. There's also the possibility she chose to eat somewhere else in order to avoid me. I guess I won't know until I go, though. Alright, she's here after all. Same place, same frightened look. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Is she on guard again this time? She seems calmer than she did yesterday. Looks like she just finished her lunch. Her lunchbox is closed. Now what do I do? I suppose I should think of something to say, first of all. I'm not trying to scare you or anything. I just want to be friends, you know?
Friends?
Her darting eye tells me that I still don't have her trust yet. The only thing I can tell for sure is that she's suspicious of me. Yeah. Do you want me here?
You don't have to leave, but
In that case, can I talk with you for the rest of the lunch break?
okay.
Great, she hasn't rejected me yet. Alright, thanks. I sit down on the stairs next to her, same as yesterday. What were we talking about yesterday? Alright, something about books.
Yeah, books.
You like reading books, right? Do you read manga and stuff?
I like reading novels. Mostly just novels.
I see. So you don't like manga then?
I like manga Jesus. No, I like them. It's just, I don't have any money for manga. Novels either. I borrow books from the library. School's library. I mean, they don't have manga.
So that's it. Hey, if you want, I can lend you some of mine. I have a few novels too, not just manga, but I figure that she'd be more interested in what she hasn't got as much of a chance to read.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yep. What genres do you like? I mean, I don't have a ton, but my collection's not too small either. I can lend you some of my favorites.
Is it really okay? I shouldn't, or you shouldn't go out of your way for me.
I said it's fine. It's really not a big deal. I'm just happy we have something in common.
I see. Thank you very much.
If you have some you want to read, let me know. So what genres do you like?
Any genre is fine, besides scary stories. Or painful ones.
Well, there goes every manga ever.
Yeah, pretty much. Horror's no good then, eh? You don't have a favorite genre then?
Sorry.
Yeah, there's no reason to apologize. Right. The book you were reading yesterday. What was it? Can you let me see it?
Oh, this?
She points at the book she's laid aside next to her.
It's a science fiction book.
Sci-fi. You don't look like you'd be interested in that sort of thing. I read those too, actually.
I really don't care about genre, If it's interesting, I'll read it.
Anything that's interesting is good, right? This looks like a good book. Anyway, I'll try to choose some I think you'll like. Why don't I bring some of the ones I usually recommend to people?
Okay, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. By the way, how is this book? I've heard of it before, but I've never actually read it.
It's okay, I guess.
There's a lot less tension between us now than there was yesterday. Her voice is still shaky and afraid, but it looks like she's becoming a lot more comfortable with me. She may not be used to talking with other people, but it doesn't seem like she's opposed to a good conversation. And then the bell interrupts us. Time to go already, huh? But at least I was able to talk to her more. That's something to be happy about. Oops, we should be going.
Right.
Two of us stand up and start heading down the stairs. Come back here tomorrow, okay? I'll bring the manga, I promise.
Oh, okay. Mamoru Senpai?
Yeah? I stop on the steps and turn back towards Sachi. Her voice is so quiet that it's hard to hear over the sound of our footsteps.
I'm really sorry.
Really, I don't mind lending out one or two books.
It's not that. Coming up here to talk to me,
What is she getting at exactly? Usually when people offer to do nice things for you, you say thanks, not sorry. Now that you have to bow or not that you have to bow or anything like that. Actually, I should be thanking you for talking to me.
sorry.
There you go again.
Sorry. I mean, thanks. Thank you.
Yep, glad I can help.
Get the fuck out of my eyesight.
We're descending the stairs as we talk, and before I know it, we're at the second floor where my classroom is. She's got one more floor to go since she's a first-year student. Alright, this is my stop. See you tomorrow.
Sure. Tomorrow then.
We go our separate ways. Sachi goes to the first floor while I return to my classroom on this floor. Well, I did it. I only just met her, but surprisingly, we've actually made a promise to meet up again. It's only been a day, but I feel like we've gotten much closer. While I'm in my afternoon classes, I think about what kind of manga I should lend her and try to remember what's on the bookshelves. And then the next day. Morning. I enter my classroom and notice that Akemi and Tomo are already here. They both seem very confused. They look from me to the paper bag I'm holding.
Whoa, Monkun, what's that? Are you opening up a store?
What?
I was talking with Sachi a bit yesterday, and I told her I'd lend her some manga.
I think you brought a few too many.
Tomo sounds more surprised than anything. Yeah, I think you're right. The medium-sized paper bag I brought along seems to be sagging under the weight of the manga inside.
Didn't you notice how heavy it was when you tried to lift it?
She looks fucking terrified.
Yeah, she does.
I guess I didn't somehow.
Is Sachan an Amazon or something? She's gonna have a hard time carrying that bag home otherwise, you know?
Starting to worry about that myself. I don't think it'll be impossible for her, but it probably will be hard.
How big is the bag?
Medium
It's the size of a
size.
desk.
Like,
He just carries a desk on his fucking shoulders.
just a bunch of manga stacked up on top of it. Don't you think it would be better to give the books to her a few at a time?
I guess so. I'll let her borrow them all eventually, I suppose. Aside from that, though, I've got something more urgent I need to take care of right now. I quickly run to Akemi and bow my head.
Huh? What's up?
Please, let me see your homework.
No, fuck off.
You didn't do it?
This is the second time today I've heard Tomo sounding surprised. It's a new record, I think. No, yesterday I was looking through my bookshelves trying to find books I could lend to Sachi. I was flipping through each book to determine whether or not it would be good for her, and well, that's all I ended up doing last night. For an entire night?
You're saying you spent the whole day reading manga instead of doing your homework.
I suppose that's in a nutshell, yeah. So Akemi, help me out. Incidentally, there's a reason I'm asking Akemi. Despite the fact that she's kind of an airhead personality-wise, she's actually a really good student. I wouldn't say she's smart exactly, but she does seem like the studious type. It's not to say that Tomoyori's grades are bad or anything, but it's easier to ask Akemi than him.
I'll kill you if you ask me for your homework.
Well, I guess I have to, seeing as how he's gonna kill you. I'll think of it as an investment into my future rendezvous with Sachan.
He's just glaring the entire time. Don't you dare.
Wait, don't put weird obligations on me.
No, I'm just setting the table so I can meet her sooner.
Setting the table. We're not going out to eat.
I'm a cannibal.
Well,
So-
okay then.
You don't want to see my homework then?
I will concentrate wholly on the work at hand, so please allow me to see it.
Is that spelled right, holy?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like it's supposed to be Ley, but I'm not positive.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Lunchtime. Before I can think about which books I'm going to lend her, I have to haul all the manga I brought up to the stairway to the roof first. Hey, what's up?
Hello, Mamoru Senpai? What's that?
Her gaze shifts onto my paper bag. Does it really stand out that much? You're carrying a fucking desk, man. I picked out some manga for you to read, but I guess I brought a few too many.
There are a lot. How am I supposed to bring this to my house?
Do you walk to school?
Yeah.
I thought you might. I brought 2 or 3 different series, so go ahead and pick out what you want to read. You can take a few at a time. I don't want to overload you.
Sorry.
No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. Anyway, check these out.
Okay.
The bag crinkles as I dig my hand into it, and I pile up a tower of manga on the steps. Sachi cautiously extends a hand towards the tower, but she looks like she's about to commit some grave sin. Commits murder with manga.
Manga Jesus.
I guess she's never borrowed manga from anyone before. She looks scared for some reason. But she starts to sort through them, and as she's reading the summaries and flipping through the pages of the books, her expression loosens up a little by little. Also, how is this a game?
It's not. It's just a visual novel. This one looks interesting. Oh, I saw a bunch of copies of this one lined up at the bookstore a little while ago. Okay, better voice acting. This one, if I remember right, they were saying they're going to make it into a movie.
And you instantly failed that.
Shut up.
So, did you find one you like?
Yeah, they all look so interesting. I can't decide. This one and this one. Wait, no. This one.
I wait patiently as Sachi begins to fidget restlessly and turn her head toward me for guidance. There's no hurry, pick whichever you want. The bell drowns out my sentence. More time had passed than I realized.
Sorry. Oh, okay, I'll take this one and this one.
Hey, are you doing anything after school, or are you going right home?
I, huh? I'm going right home.
I can help you carry them to your house. After class, wait for me at the school's gates.
Huh?
I hastily pack the manga back in the paper bag, and before she can say anything, I'm already heading down the stairs with a bag in my arm.
What did he do with the fucking thing that he was supposed to deliver to that one student?
I have no idea. Like, he had it, and then he went to hear her crying.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he
Oh
still had it.
yeah.
He just stole it.
Just before I turn the corner, I catch a glimpse of Sachi and say, "See you after school."
Wait, Senpai! Notice me.
Having more or less forced her into this, I leave this shaken Sachi and return to my classroom. After school. I leave the school building carrying the heavy paper bag. I have no idea how far Sachi's house is from the school, but it won't be right to make her carry all this home. Come to think of it, I don't even know where her house is. I don't know what I'm going to do if it's far in the opposite direction of my own house. No, I agreed to this. So even if it is in the opposite direction, I'll go all the way there. Really didn't think this through, did I? Now that I think about it, it's like I'm tricking her into showing me where her home is. Isn't it kind of creepy if someone you've only known for a few days finds out where you live? What if she thinks I'm creepy? As I'm thinking about this, I leave the gates and survey the area. Where's Sachi? I suddenly worry that she's silently left without me. I guess I was too pushy. I didn't even wait for her to agree to let me walk her home. If she decided to go home on her own, it wouldn't be out of place, and I would have no right to complain anyway. If that's the case, wouldn't she have to come to my classroom to give me back my manga first?
Senpai, did you notice me?
No sooner do I hear her voice than I realize she's standing next to me, looking up. Where the hell did she come from? She really snuck up on me.
Shall we go?
I look over and confirm that it is in fact her next to me, then watch as she quickly leaves campus, staring at the ground with an uneasy expression.
Oh, shit. How do I do that?
Don't know. Try left. Yep. No, yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
Woo!
It seems like she wants to avoid being seen. I continue after her, hauling the heavy paper bag along. About 10 meters on, we turn down a narrow side road, and she slows down to normal pace before returning to look at me. She seems to have forgotten what she was about to say. Sorry for forcing you to do this. You must think I'm a jerk.
No, you're not a jerk. I wouldn't go that far. I think I should go home alone. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
I seem to think about it a bit before thrusting the manga-filled bag at Sachi.
You just throw it at her.
Just chuck it at her face.
She hurriedly throws her arms out to try to take it, but
You just make her blind, you...
As I take my hand off the bag, Sachi falls forward under its weight.
How
The bundle of books lands with a deep thump as it hits the ground. Yep, turns out she isn't an Amazon after all.
how heavy are they? My God.
Again, he brought a desk worth of manga to school.
I see.
See, that's too heavy for you, isn't it? That's why I'm carrying it for you. If you do hate me, though, you should say so. I pick up the bag of manga again.
It's a paper bag. Wouldn't that have ripped?
Probably.
But isn't it going to be a pain for you?
Shut up. This is anime.
Animus don't have nerves.
Nope. If it was a pain, I'd tell you. Don't worry about it, Sachi. Aren't I the one being a pain here? Think about it. Isn't following someone I barely know to her house kind of rude?
No. I don't mind if it's you following me to my house.
Really? Well, I'm glad then. So, which way is your house?
It's this way, down this dark alley. So I can kill you.
Alright, let's get going. Does this smell
Okay.
like chloroform to you?
Okay.
Two of us start walking at a steady pace, side by side. Sachi takes short steps, but since I'm weighed down by the heavy books, I match her speed perfectly. What's up?
Which way is your house? If it's in the opposite direction, I mean, if that's the case, I can carry the manga on my own.
Interesting. Sachi started talking to me on her own. Makes me strangely happy, even if it's only a minor thing.
Mamoru Senpai?
No worries. This isn't the street I usually take, but my house is in this direction. What street do you turn on?
I don't turn, or... I mean, the street changes, but basically I head in this direction the whole way.
I see. That's good. My house is pretty much straight ahead, so we're probably right in the same neighborhood. Does it take long for you to get to school?
I'm pretty close. Doesn't take too long or anything.
Is it so? Cool, cool.
Isn't that heavy? I think I can help you carry it.
I'm telling you, it's fine. I did drag this all the way to school from my house this morning, you know.
So that means you stole his desk to do
Yes.
this. Oh, okay, sorry.
Come on, I'm the one who invited myself to come along with you, so there's nothing you need to apologize for. You're not doing anything wrong.
Well, oh, okay, thanks.
No problem. Anyway, tomorrow's the weekend, isn't it? Don't worry about rushing through the books, just get them back to me. You have plenty of time after all.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you.
Two of us lapse into silence for a little while as we continue on. On the way, I noticed something. Even though we're generally headed in the same direction we were when we started, Sachi keeps changing streets. I think it's because she's avoiding streets with a lot of people on them. On top of that, whenever we get to the end of the street, she bows her head as she walks, looking down at the ground. Hey, is your house on the other side of the shopping mall? I want her to stop looking down, so I try to strike up some conversation again.
No, we're not going that far. It's just a little farther from here. We should be able to see it soon.
I see. My house is a little ways behind us. It's a different street, but we really are in the same neighborhood.
Oh, really? Well, that's my house over there.
No, it turns out he's like 3 miles away. She points at a house a little ways ahead of us. Oh, this is your place, huh? You've arrived at a solitary, small, nondescript house. Wow, way to be really explanative of... Yeah.
Oh, dude, there are some parts where you're just like, oh my god, stop. Thank you so very much. I can take them up to my room from here.
Okay, sure.
Okay, if he was going to insist on going into her room, that would have bothered me, because that's just creepy. And I was starting to suspect that was where this was going.
Again, does this smell like chloroform to you? I gently hand her the manga, being sure not to drop it into her arms this time. Then, with a metal click, the door to Sachi's house opens.
Duncan!
What?
You're this woman.
I
Surprised, the two
tapped
of us.
out.
Surprised, the two of us turn toward the sound. The woman who comes out stares back at me for a moment, but she quickly focuses on Sachi, narrowing her eyes.
Be a bitch. Aunt Mayumi. Are you going out?
Sachi looks like she's about to cry. She lowers her head, trying to avoid looking at the woman. The person Sachi referred to as Aunt Mayumi is a slender woman with perfect posture and two normal eyes instead of one giant one.
Yes, something urgent has come up at work. Sachi, who is this boy?
She looks me over from top to bottom, her face grave and unsmiling, and her eyes creep onto the bag I gave Sachi.
It's full of snakes.
Is that drugs?
All of them.
It's cocaine!
She's beautiful, but her stare is so icy it sends shivers down my spine.
This... From school, a student.
Sachi's voice is tiny and she bows her head again, flustered, and I'm not sure the woman can hear her. Should I try to point that out? She turned to Sachi, but before she can speak, I open my own mouth. I'm Fukunaga Mamoru. I recently transferred schools and met Sachi a few days ago. I came with her so I could carry the bag of books and manga I'm letting her borrow. I try to say this as politely as possible, but I'm probably talking way too quickly.
I see. Thank you for doing that for her, Mad Lord Person Kun.
Her speech is polite, but she says this in a very flat tone, and it's hard to tell what she's thinking. Of course.
Oh, is that me?
Yes.
Now I must get going. Sachi, since you're late, you'll have to eat alone.
Oh, okay.
With that, the woman rushes out of the house. I watch her for a bit until she turns the street corner, but she never looks back this way. A family member, eh? You called her your aunt?
Yeah, my mom's sister. I'm living with her right now.
I see. I want to ask about her family situation, but swallow the thought and ask what I think is more important. That woman, your aunt Mayumi, did she treat you badly?
Huh? No, not at all. I can't seem to get close to her, though.
Oh. I don't know if Sachi's bad at telling lies or not, but it doesn't seem like a lie at least. She might be getting her injuries from being bullied at school after all, but without knowing how her family treated her, I couldn't be sure. Okay, going home. You can return the manga whenever.
Oh, sure, really. Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you.
Sachi hoists the bag of manga up with a grunt and heads inside. After making sure she made it inside alright, I start walking toward my house. Hear loud crashing noise in house. I'm worried that our relationship isn't coming along as well as I had hoped, but at least it doesn't seem like she's being abused by her family. At any rate, I think we've gotten just a little bit closer than we were before, and I smile as I think about that.
No,
The one time it almost worked.